Hi, fellow lights and light travelers. Thank you again for being here. As always, this week's message is beautiful. Feels like there's something calling you forward. So, I don't want to spoil too much. I hope you enjoy the reading. This week's reading is the invitation and the call to hear the call of the drums. Enjoy. While you're here, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Enjoy your reading. Hello, fellow lights and light travelers. Thank you again for being here at Light Journeys Tarot. I appreciate your time, your energy, your being here with me and connecting in light for the greatest good of myself and all. Thank you all so much for being here. As always, I like to caveat before we start the reading, right? I've set my intention. I light my candles. I only invite my high vibrational, loving, benevolent guides and ancestors to come through to assist with the readings. I always read for the highest good of myself and for you all here, the collective. As I always like to say, right, I am reading the energy as it currently stands. The thing that is the thread that weaves through all of this is that you yourself have free will. You yourself have the ultimate power in your own life. So never let myself or any other tarot reader, anybody else in the spiritual space tell you that it's this and it's only this and it's doom and gloom or it's X, Y, Z. You have the power. You have the ability to make conscious choices, for you to lead with your heart for the greatest good of yourself and for others, okay? To lead and to make decisions. This is energies as they stand. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Take it as education. Take it as however you may want to take it. But know that you are empowered. So hear the message. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Go forth and make decisions from your own heart space with your own discernment, right? That's what I always like to do moving forward. With that being said, thank you for being here. I felt called to use a new deck that I got, so we're going to see what message Spirit wants to bring forth for yourself and the collective whenever it is that you connect with this video. And let's get into it. Let's see what Spirit has to say. The Architect Tarot. Let's go. All right, Spirit, what message wants to come through for the collective? What message is wanting to come through at this time for this collective? We're always grateful that our fellow lights are here on their light journeys. What advice, what information, what energies are at play, and what message would like to come through for the collective here today. All right, trusting the stop. We've got the Eight of Pentacles reversed. We've got the Five of Wands reversed. And I might have the deck upside down, and if that happens, I'm trusting that Spirit's getting me the message the way it needs to get me the message. And Temperance reversed. All right. So I'm going to trust. We're going to go with it, and we're going to read. So, with the Eight of Pentacles, and actually I'm going to spread this a little bit. Excuse me. With the Eight of Pentacles, this is normally someone that's hardworking. It means hard work, right? You're reaching your goal. With it being reversed, this is speaking to burnout, overproductivity, right? So this is past, present, future. In this past energy, you have definitely felt like you are pushing nonstop. You're overworking yourself. You're getting burnt out, and I feel like I have been there, so I understand that feeling. It is feeling like you are giving 110%, 500%, 1,000%, right? You are working to the bone, and it feels like a never-ending grind, okay? That burnout comes in. It's easy to fall into that, right? Because you're just working so hard. And I feel like I'm being called to say, in those moments of burnout, it's so important to learn to have moments, excuse me, excuse me. Well, maybe that's part of it, right? Like clearing yourself, connecting. I was trying to say, having moments of connecting, having moments for yourself. But in my clearing my throat, I feel like that's also coming through of a whole, you know, clearing the clutter, like choosing to like have that moment. And it's so hard. It's so hard when you're in a moment of burnout. Let me connect to the card and see if there's anything that's coming through. Oh my gosh. So the first thing, it feels like a mudslide. So it feels like within that burnout, you also feel like it's like stuck in mud or like quicksand. And then this also upside down is looking to me and it's kind of giving me a little bit of the tryptophobia. So sorry. It's giving tryptophobia. I think I'm saying it right. Anyways, it looks like a beehive. So the thing that comes into my head is like being a worker bee. So you're working so hard. You just feel like, you know, you did it, my duty right here, or you have felt, right? This is past energy. You have felt like you are a worker bee, nonstop, in and out, droning, and it feels like climbing a hill that you know what I mean? Like there's that, I think it's Sisyphus rolling the rock up the hill and it falls back down and then it comes back down, right? It's a never ending grind. And it feels like slog and mud and quicksand, and I'm working so hard and I'm burnt out and I'm just trying to crawl myself out of this hole, be it debt, be it I'm just trying to catch up, be it I'm just trying to push ahead so I can have a moment of respite, a moment of relaxation, you know? So there's a lot of that energy coming through. Yeah. And I'm drawn to the person. So although this is upside down, I feel like part of what can come through for this is in that burnout space, either you're being invited or you had been previously invited to create a plan to better organize to get yourself out of this space, or you were either invited to do so, so either you have done so, or it is something that you did actually take up. I feel like I said that backwards, so I'm a little tired today, forgive me. So either you made the plans and you try to work your way out of it, or you were invited to make the plans is what I'm trying to say, right? So there's that planning ethic that comes into, there's that what do I need to do to work my way out of this, which is again work, which is self-work. So it's just all levels of that. And sometimes it's just as rest that needs to come in. But all right, let's keep going. Beautiful. And I do want to say, in spite of it being really muddy, there are moments of clarity and clear here. So it feels like, although it has felt overwhelming and it does feel like it is a bit of a slog and a trap and a grind and I'm stuck in this and it's rolling up the hill and, you know, the rock comes back and it's over and over. There is clarity. So I feel like I want to say, and I feel like I'm being called to say that there is passageway to clearer ways to get out of this. There's 100% a way out. Sometimes it's hard to see, especially when we're in that, and perhaps it has been hard for you to see, but I feel like Spirit is pointing me towards this to let you know that there is a way out. There are multiple ways to get out of this, you know. It's just sometimes it takes clearing, you know. I was clearing my throat, clearing your mind, taking a moment to stop and pause, connecting, disconnecting from this to be able to see clearly, to find a way out of this energy. All right. Now I feel satisfied with that card. Let's move to the next one. With the Five of Wands, this is normally, when it's upright, a very competitive card. With it being reversed, this speaks to finding resolution. So this is your present energy. So it could be in this work grind, there could be other people involved, it could just be matters in your life that felt very conflicting and was creating that dynamic of discord, right? Like nothing was working and everything felt like it was at odds with each other. This energy, this present energy, is coming into a resolution. This is you resolving, finding the path, finding that clarity that was coming out, right? The way out of this energy, be it with other people, be it in your work, be it in your life, however it is that is ringing true to you, or perhaps all of the above, right? there is resolution that has been brought in. There is a way to figure out a path to get out of that past energy that was very strong. And let me look at this and see. So what's interesting to me is this being reversed, the wands being creativity. The way this looks to me, as if, I want to say, like, it looks like a ceiling, and then these wands almost look like lights on the ceiling. So perhaps you've pushed yourself, you've worked yourself up to where you're finally seeing the light, you're seeing the path, you're being guided. You've got, you know, the light at the end of the tunnel, but it also feels like guide lights. It's almost like when you look up and you see the stars, right? Like, sometimes in cities and stuff, it's so foggy, or, you know, wherever you may be, and then all of a sudden there's clarity, there's the night sky. Suddenly you realize, right, you're able to take that moment of pause, and you are able to get lost. I used to do this so much as a child. I would sit on my porch and I would look up at the night sky, and when you stared long enough, it's almost like the realization would finally come into you that we were like in these bodies floating on a rock in the middle of space, right? Like, you realize the huge connection to the universe, right? So it feels like you've gotten a perspective, you've found resolution, but there's also a connection coming in. There's a guiding light coming in. This could be divine, this could be ancestors, this could be, you know, angels, guides, however you want to call them, right, coming through. This could be friends, right? This could be people in present. This could be people in body. This could be friends and family showing themselves as light. And this could be you, right? Like, not everything needs to be external from us. Like, this could be you. Like, you've created your light. You're lighting your path, right? And looking up, you've changed this perspective. And looking forward, I feel like you've changed this perspective. There's a change, and it feels like a guide, and it feels like, it does feel, in my opinion, like there's energy here. So it feels like this is almost, like I said, angels, guides, ancestors, people in your life, or people who are going to come into your life that are helping light the path to guide you forward, to help you reach that resolution presently. Like, this is in motion now. This is happening now. This is your pathway is being lit so that you can resolve and move out of this energy. Well, that's great. That's wonderful. That's beautiful. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And I feel like I want to say there's various pathways, and there's lots of help coming in. And part of that help is you. Part of that help is you, you know, rising into the own power of your own light, right? And when you shine that light from inside, it makes other lights easier to find you. I think of like boats, right? Boats go out to, not that I'm like, I get seasick easily, so it's not like, but yeah, I don't have to have had the experience to be able to give the example, right? So when you're out at sea, there's sailors, and their ships sail at sea, and when it gets foggy sometimes, or just whenever they're traveling, it's nighttime, they turn their lights on. And then you have a lighthouse, and the lighthouse will turn its light on, right? And then they can see each other, you know what I mean? And that's a way of connecting through the fog, through the chaos, through, you know, the freneticness of what was happening in this past energy. When you turn on your light, other lights are able to see you better and to help you guide your path. This is presently happening. And as a light, you can help others light their path and find their way, right? So this is a synchronistic, mutualistic thing. And the thing is, we are all lights. That's why I say it here. You are a light. You are a light, even if sometimes you don't feel it. You are part of source. You are part of all that is, you know, whether people believe it or not. I inherently believe that we are a part of something greater, like the fact that there's oxygen that we breathe, and, you know, the way everything works in tandem. Sorry, cows create manure that fertilizes the crops that can then create the food and the plants to, to sustain us. And, we water the plants and, the water cycles. It all is working in harmony and tandem to allow us to exist, to experience, to be here with one another, right? So you are inherently a light, and others are light. And when you shine that light, others are able to help you and guide you, and they shine their lights so that when you can't see, you can find them. So that is what's happening right now. You are turning on your light and they're turning on their lights, and it's helping to create resolution and everything. And this feels collective. So this could be as intimate as your own life experience, and as huge as what's happening in your state, like in your city, in your state, in your countries, right? And on the planet, right? People turning on their lights to help one another, to connect, to guide one another, to come to resolution, to find their way forward. Gorgeous. All right, let's get into the next card. Now, Temperance is normally about harmony and balance. I can speak. With it being reversed, okay, this is that future energy. This feels like Spirit is coming through to say, have patience, right? And allow things and trust that things will work out, and don't try to push for results. Don't try to, it's an invitation to trust and to work from your heart space, and to light your light, and to let others light their lights, and to work together. But in that, to not be like, well, this isn't working, and to give up, right? There needs to be patience. There's, when you plant a seed, it doesn't just, you planted it and it's boom, it's like an oak tree. Like, that's not how it works. Or boom, it's, the vegetables that you can eat or whatever. Things take time. So right now, this is in the work. This is in the, toiling and the creating, turning over the soil and the planting and the watering. This is what's happening here. And people are connecting in their lights, and they're setting positive intentions. This is saying allow, right? Don't try to push for results. Trust there will be harmony. But if you try to hold on, it will create imbalance. So this is a trust. This is a coming into a belief and truly feeling it with your heart that this energy is in the past. This energy is in the present. Be mindful of your intentions into the future. And I'm not saying that if you think that, right? No. At any time, anything can work out, right? That's how I feel. At any time, anything can work out, 100%. Because why not? The universe loves us, and it doesn't want us to suffer, and it's here to support us. So this is an invitation to trust and not to force an outcome, and to just know and to set the intention for the highest good. And if everybody sets the intention for the highest good, and everybody is lights to one another, then the highest good will take place, because that's where everybody's leading from, with their hearts. And let me see. Let me connect here. I'm drawn to this. The first thing I thought was like a bridge. I feel like even though, this card is upside down, this is still connected. There's no disconnect. I want to say it's almost like source, universe, spirit saying, we are here with you. You are not alone. We are connected. Just trust. To trust that there is, it almost feels like a net catching you, right? It's almost like, I want to say like a cradle. It almost feels like what is this? This is just, I just feel like a cradle, a net. This is a connection that is, it almost feels maternal. This feels loving. This feels like I've got you. This feels like we will never not be together. We are never not connected. Lead through your intuition, right? That water, that emotion, right? Do it in a grounded way, but that you've still got that connection. And it feels like here this being upside down, this feels like the thought that's coming into my head. I don't know if it was Michelangelo, that famous painting where, you know, one hand's going like this, it's supposed to be the hand of God, and the other hand, it's like the human hand, and the hand of God is like fully, I think it's supposed to be God. Let's just say a divine entity is reaching out and it's like really reaching, and then the human's kind of like kind of, yeah. And if they just extended their hands, if they just made that effort, boom, right? I'm here with you, right? Like, I'm here. You know, that's the whole painting. So it feels like I'm coming through and I'm reaching forward to you and I'm trying to show you, this divine energy is trying to show you we're connected. I've got you. We're connected. This is never severed. This is love, and this is, so have faith. Don't try to push the outcome. Trust that all is well. Trust that everything is going to work out. Be mindful when you move into that future space to try to live in a space of trust and high intention and leading with your heart. All right. Okay. So we've reached our 3 cards. I've read my initial reading. Let me go to the oracle cards. I'm going to feel which deck is calling me to see what other messages want to come through for this particular reading. All right, let's get into it. Today's going to be a good reading because I'm feeling drawn to 3 decks. I normally do 2, but let's get into it. The first deck that I was pulled to is the Mystical Shaman Pocket Oracle. So let's read and see what message wants to come through. All right, Spirit, what message would like to come through for the collective on this particular oracle deck? What message is coming through? What message wants to come through at this time? Trusting the stop. The drum. Ooh, immediately this feels very visceral, very perspective, very connecting, very grounding. All right, let's read the, I'm just going to put this here. Let's read the guidebook to see what's coming through. I like to trust. I feel like the oracle creators put so much intention to this. I do like to go with what it is that they say. So let's get the guidebook. Okay. The essence. The rhythm of the drum tunes you to the beating heart of the universe. Its wood frame links you to the trees and helps you journey to the lower world via the roots and the upper world through its branches. Thank you, Spirit. The drum skin gives the shaman the powers of the animal kingdom. Striking the drum calls forth the power of thunder and the rumbling of the earthquake. The drum invites a trance state where healing and prophecy happen. Before I even go further, I can't highly recommend enough. If you are pulled to it, I highly recommend using binaural meditation, binaural beats for meditation. It really helps kind of clear your mind. Make sure you set an intention, set that you are always protected and guided, and then just breathe into it and get into a meditative state with binaural beats. It really does help. So like the drumming is something that, rhythmic. I feel like the shamans in the past have called this forth, and my ear is ringing on my right hand side. So I feel like, this is a call to heeding that rhythm through sound, through whatever it is that needs to come forth for you. So yes. The invitation. The drum invites you to take the next bold step in your journey. The forces of heaven and earth are lined behind you, supporting effortless action, right? I felt like this energy coming through, like I've got you, we're connected. This is not a time to push against the river. Remember, this is trust. This isn't forcing the results. This is, thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Again, with the confirmation. This is not a time to push against the river. The current will take you exactly where you want to go once you jump in. So it's telling you to trust those forces, to trust your heart, to trust, go with your highest intuition, be grounded, but follow your heart and lead with good intention. And the universe will guide you to where you want to be. Don't try to force that outcome. Collect your power tools and summon your courage, because this is going to be a wild and glorious journey. Allow yourself to be carried by the rhythm of what is really essential in your life. The medicine. You travel to the beat of a different drum. It's time to acknowledge that you don't fit a mold or a role or relationship that's not in tune with you. That could be some of that energy in the past, like that working, that da-da-da, it's constantly a thing, a toil, whatever. You know, you are meant for a different path, right? There's different things in here, and you shine that light and you'll find your path. You'll find your way. You're living your authenticity. You're living in your light, and the other lights will connect with you, and you'll be led forward to where it is that you need to go. Trust. Find your rhythm. Respond to the heartbeat of the distant drum, right? Follow those lights. The price you pay for lingering becomes higher with each passing day. Now is the time to move on. So the way I see that is, you know, they say you get on the wrong bus stop, and you get on the bus, right? And you're trying to get off, and you're like, oh, I missed my bus stop. It was like 5 stops ago, but then you just keep on the bus. Oh, it's 10 stops ago. Oh, it's 15 stops ago. I mean, you can stay on and it's the wrong direction. The longer it takes you to get off that path, the longer it'll take to get back. You can still get back, but it's going to take you longer. So trusting yourself to, you know, look for different ways out of situations and find those lights and be that light to guide you on the path that you need to go forward, that will align best with you, that will bring forth what it is that you're trying to bring forth. So, you know, the sooner you take the action in a grounded way, in a healthy way, in a safe way, in a heart-led way, to get where you want to go, to follow your heart's calling, you know, the quicker the lights will align for you, the people will come into play, the universe will work with you and get you into the flow state and where it is that your journey is taking you. So, beautiful. The next oracle deck I was called to is the Hero's Journey. So, and it definitely sounds like you're on a journey. So yes, the right deck was calling. So let's see what comes forth. All right, Spirit, what message would like to come forth for the collective from this deck? What message is wanting to come forth for the collective from this oracle deck? Trusting the stop. You are in great company. Pull back to propel forward. Wow. This feels like you pulled back to propel forward. You're in good company. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. I feel like this and this. I'm going to leave this one on this side, and I feel like this one goes on this side. Oh, this is gorgeous. All right, let's read the guidebook and see what message wants to come through from the creator of that particular oracle deck. All right, so this is different things. I will read through. You are in great company. You are in great company. I can speak. Apologies. Pull back to propel forward. Breathing in, I see all my ancestors in me. My mineral ancestors, my plant ancestors, my mammal ancestors, and human ancestors. My ancestors are always present, alive in every cell of my body, and I play part in their immortality. Thich Nhat Hanh. I think I said that right, and if I did not, I apologize. Remember, right, when you look out at the universe, how we're all connected, how we're a part of this. I kept saying you've got different lights, different guides, all that stuff with you. This is just a, you know, confirmation, reaffirmation of that. So thank you, Spirit. The message. Those who have made the biggest impact on the planet, in addition to feeling extremely passionate, felt resistance too. Martin Luther King Jr., I want to add, Abraham Lincoln, Harriet Tubman, Joan of Arc, Sacagawea, and Marie Curie are but a few. Every hero and shero in history has had moments of self-doubt, even paralyzing fear, before doing the courageous act that became their legacy. Wow, Spirit is like, coming in hot for you and saying, we've got your back, but also to like not live in a place of fear and to be able to trust that call, that drum that is pulling you, that drive, that authenticity, that light that is trying to guide you from within and from without. Ooh, spirit. They felt the fear, but did what they were called to do anyways. For this reason, you need not be deterred or detoured when you bump against uncertainty. In fact, doubt helps to chisel the ego out of the way, which is key to accomplishing a mission of merit and becoming a channel of grace a higher purpose can move through, right? That connection, I'm connecting to you so we can allow me to move through so that we can have that connection, that flow. We're always here. We're never not connected, right? Allow this channeling, this purpose to come through. You're here to live that purpose. Know that you are in great company. And when you are ready, you'll get up and go like the great ones who came before you, upon whose shoulders you now stand. Beautiful. I love this. Okay, woo. Dream symbol, party. Dreams of a party are a celebration, integration, and or affirmation that you are on track. This dream may also be giving you the message that there is strength in numbers and you are never alone, right? I told you I was feeling like you're just not alone, like there's lights. And I feel like this is not just like ethereal and beyond the veil and angels and guides and ancestors. I feel like you've got lights here. There are people here, you know, shine your light so that people can find you. You know what I mean? It definitely feels like there's people here with you in this mission with you to help you connect and guide you. Whether they're aware of it or not, I hope that everybody comes into that conscious awareness so that, you know, it helps. But yes. Consider the way you feel at your dream party. If you are uncomfortable, it reflects dissonance, and that self-love is needed to entwine the many aspects of yourself. If you feel that you fit in and it is a jovial experience, then you are in harmony with yourself. And a mantra that they give is, like the heroes before me, I feel the doubt and I follow through anyways. Remember, always do so, not in a place of fear, but from love with the highest good in a grounded way. All right. And the final deck, because I don't normally do 3, but Spirit was like, you're going to do 3 today, so I'm doing 3 today, is the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. So let's see what message is coming through from this deck. Cool. All right, Spirit, what other message would like to come through for this collective from this final deck? There's a third message that wanted to come through with this reading. What is the final message that the collective that is connecting here needs to hear? Whenever it is that they come across this video, we know it is the time for them to come through, and when they're willing to receive it, they will hear it and take it into their hearts, souls, and minds in the highest intention with the greatest good. All right. Trusting the stop. The Green Man, rising energy, surge, fertility. All right. I feel like, let me see, I'm going to move this over like this. I'm not 100%, but let's read and then we'll make sure. Kind of feels like this is going here. And I want to put this here. All right. Okay. The Green Man, rising energy, surge, fertility. No matter how young or old we are, no matter how settled or unsettled we may seem to be, the cycles of the planet are inside of us, and we cannot escape their magic. That's right. We're all magic. For now, it is the time of the Green Man, and the call to rise and reach for the lights has come again. Yes, Spirit, with the confirmation. Did I not say that there are lights? We're reaching for the lights, and there are lights. These are the things. These are the synchronicities. These are the messages, the flow through, the magic. Like when you witness, when I do a reading and Spirit brings through messages and then confirms so strongly. I share with you all so that you know that magic is real, that things are possible, that you are connected, that you are not alone, right? Like, here's the universe trying to get you that information, right? Like, it's just beautiful. Just trust and lead from your heart and know that it's going to be okay and you're going to be okay, and be brave and know you're not alone. Okay. For now is the time of the green man, and the call to rise and reach for the light has come again. The nature within you is rising. Just as the green man of the spring awakens the seeds and calls to the sap to rise in the world outside of you, within you is a world, a system of branches and leaves and shimmering light, all of which is longing to be rediscovered and expressed once again. And I also was having that feeling of, this isn't just outside of you, this is inside of you too. I love that, and I love Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. And I hope those of you connected here are hearing this. And I hope you know, right, as different people, as you yourself, you that is here listening, hear that this message is for you. You are a light. And the others that are connecting with this, they are lights. You are not alone. Light your lights. Rediscover that. Connect to that, right? Connect to your own light. It is you. It is the essence. It was never not there. It's time to remember. After the time of stillness, after the quiet and the contemplation, comes the growth and the action and the wisdom of the trees within. You have inside of you the keys to speak to the trees and the flowers, to rise earlier, to rest deeper, to feel the song of the soul, to hear the song within you and feel the song of the world inside of you, outside of you, beneath your feet. It is time to take off your shoes and place your feet back into the earth, to let the guidance of the green man help you to choose what you eat and what you drink, and to grow again, dear child of the earth. And Lord knows right now there's so many recalls on things. Getting back, touching nature, starting your own plant gardens, eating healthy, knowing what's going into the plants that you're growing. You know, if you're being called to do that as well. So you're just getting a healthier input into your body. You're nurturing the plants that you raise, that you plant, and then you ingest them. You give thanks for that, and then you are able to also feed, the energy of your body so you can connect more clearly and cleanly. Yeah. Dear child of the earth, never forget that while you are surely made of the stars, you are born to the earth, and this earth is a blessing and full of joys. Lie in the sun. Tend the garden inside and in the world, right? I was talking about planting seeds and that nurturing and that growing and all that stuff. We are being invited to take care of the planet, but also to nurture that inside of us, right? This is all that flow, that connection, that rhythm that's coming through. Grow something. Start something yourself. Reach out like the plants and move towards the sun, right? I was like, I felt like it was like above you. The light was coming up. So maybe it was stars, maybe it's the sun. You're being called to the light, to the connection, because it's your true essence. It's what you are. That's why you're drawn to it. Let the light within you grow brighter and come from the place where you felt safe. For now, it is time to expand into the world and let nature be your guide, and let the shining life within you warm all that is about you. Illumination. I welcome this time of growth and expansion. I reach for the light. Beautiful. I'm sorry. I love when spirit comes through with so much love, with so much support. It's like, I got you. Don't try to force. No, grow the seed, follow your rhythm, follow the thing. You're in great company. You're not alone. You're moving out of this time. There was always a pathway out, and living with your heart, guiding with your heart, being brave and stepping into that calling that you feel inside of you. you're going to light your light, and you will find other lights on your path, and you're going to reach for that light, and you're going to be connected, and you're going to move into it. Trust that it's going to take you where you need to go. Don't try to force anything. Trust that you're going to be taken where you need to go. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Thank you all for being here. I hope you liked a reading. If you want a personal reading, please do feel free to reach out. I always connect my Etsy. I link afterwards as well as in this video. You should be able to see it. But if not, you're always welcome to my free collective readings, and I appreciate your time. Please do subscribe if you have a moment. Like, share if you can. It helps get this message out to whoever else needs it. I appreciate you, and I look forward to reading for you all again whenever it is that you come to the next thing, be it next week or whenever you feel called. But we'll see you again here on Light Journeys. And I wish you all light and joy, and I know things are going to work out for you. So wishing you all the best. Keep shining your light, all right? Bye.